Luis, a new environment for you, plenty of unknown faces, but you got Angela back at your side. How important is it to have some familiar faces around, and don't you wish you could have more people that you know around you in this transition period, let's say?
I mean, it's always important to have a good foundation of people around you. I've generally had a very good.
A seven-time Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton has made headlines again, but this time it's not about his groundbreaking move to Ferrari. Instead, the F1 world is buzzing about his reunion with former trainer Angela Cullen ahead of his Ferrari debut. During preseason testing in Bahrain, Hamilton opened up about bringing Cullen back into his inner circle as he embarks on his new Ferrari journey. Hamilton stated, "It's always important to have a good foundation of people around you. I've generally had a very good base for many years, so I still have all the team that I had last year, but I've brought Ange in on top of that." The timing of this reunion is particularly significant, as Hamilton prepares for perhaps the most anticipated team switch in recent F1 history. He's choosing to surround himself with someone who knows him better than almost anyone in the paddock. This calculated move speaks volumes about how much Hamilton values Cullen's presence. Hamilton and Cullen first joined forces back in 2016, with the New Zealand physiotherapist becoming a constant fixture in the Mercedes garage during Hamilton's dominant years. Their partnership lasted until early 2023, when they unexpectedly parted ways ahead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, a split that left many F1 fans confused and questioning why. During their 7 years together, Hamilton secured multiple world championships with Cullen by his side. Their bond clearly transcended the typical trainer-athlete relationship, as Hamilton himself emphasized when discussing their reunion. Hamilton said, "We have a great relationship, me and Ange. We've known each other for a long time. We've gone through a lot together." This statement highlights the depth of their connection, forged through championship battles, controversies, and the extreme pressures of competing at F1's highest level. After their separation, Cullen spent time away from the F1 circus, focusing on family and personal exploration. She took a couple of years out, and she spent time with her family and discovering the world. During this period, Cullen briefly worked in IndyCar with fellow New Zealander Marcus Armstrong, even admitting she thought her time in motorsport had concluded. Perhaps the most powerful aspect of this reunion story is how it came about. Hamilton personally reached out to Cullen, specifically inviting her to join him on his Ferrari adventure. Hamilton said, "Asking her to come and start this new chapter with me and her accepting it was really exciting. This wasn't simply a team hiring decision. It was a personal request from one of the greatest drivers in F1 history to someone he clearly trusts implicitly." The fact that Hamilton made this invitation speaks volumes about how much he values Cullen's contribution to his success and well-being. What makes this even more remarkable is Cullen's acceptance. After stepping away from F1 and building a life outside the sport's intense bubble, she chose to return specifically for Hamilton. Their reunion has already proven fruitful, according to Hamilton. "We've been having a blast. This past month together has been really awesome." The images of Cullen back in the paddock, now dressed in Ferrari red instead of Mercedes silver, quickly went viral across F1 social media channels. She was spotted at Hamilton's first on-track outing in January and remained present during the official preseason test in Bahrain. Former F1 driver Johnny Herbert offered particularly insightful analysis on what Cullen brings to Hamilton's performance. Speaking to CasinoApps.com, Herbert explained, "It's an interesting one. What Angela Cullen gives to Lewis is that stability, mental stability, that he has the right people around him giving him the right vibes that he needs when he gets in the car." Herbert's comments cut to the heart of why this reunion matters so much for Hamilton's Ferrari prospects. In Formula One, where the mental game is just as crucial as physical skill or car performance, having someone who provides psychological security can make a genuine difference. Herbert continued, "That's down to the relationship that he and Angela had before. I'm still not totally sure what happened when they split, but it's great that that relationship has come back." The veteran driver and commentator sees this reunion as beneficial across the board. If it benefits Lewis, great. If it benefits Angela, great. And if it benefits Ferrari and Formula One, brilliant. For Lewis, it's something fresh. This is something that's really positive. Herbert's analysis underscores a critical point. Cullen's contribution goes far beyond physical training. She provides the mental foundation that allows Hamilton to perform at his peak. something that will be absolutely essential as he adapts to the pressure cooker environment of Ferrari. The F1 fan base responded with immediate excitement when news of the Hamilton-Cullen reunion broke. Social media platforms exploded with reactions, with many seeing this as a master stroke by Hamilton as he transitions to Ferrari. One fan summed up the prevailing sentiment perfectly. If anyone knows how to get the best out of Lewis, it's Angela. This is a power move in every sense. The reunion has been widely described as a calculated power move by Hamilton, demonstrating his understanding of what he needs to succeed in this new chapter. Throughout their years together at Mercedes, Cullen was far more than just a physiotherapist. She was described as Hamilton's rock, a close confidant who understood his psychological and physiological requirements both on and off the track. Fans believe Cullen's presence will help Hamilton adapt to Ferrari's unique culture and environment, something that has challenged many drivers in the past. With the intense scrutiny that comes with wearing the famous red suit, having Cullen's familiar and reassuring presence could prove invaluable for Hamilton's mental state. A fascinating discussion has emerged in F1 circles following the reunion announcement. Exactly how many tenths of a second might Cullen's presence be worth to Hamilton on track? While impossible to quantify precisely, this question highlights the performance impact many believe Cullen brings. Hamilton and Cullen's partnership coincided with some of the most dominant performances in F1 history. Now, as Hamilton targets an unprecedented 8th World Championship with Ferrari, many wonder if Cullen's return might provide the marginal gain needed to achieve this historic feat. The exact impact of Cullen's contribution to Hamilton's racing prowess remains difficult to measure in pure lap time. However, the consensus among F1 observers is that her return will significantly boost his confidence and overall performance as he adapts to his new team. What exactly does Angela Cullen do that makes her so valuable to Hamilton? The New Zealander fills multiple roles that extend far beyond traditional physiotherapy. She's been described variously as Hamilton's physiotherapist, trainer, assistant, confidant, and even bottle carrier. Cullen's background is impressive in its own right. Born in Devonport, Auckland, she played hockey at an international level for New Zealand until age 21. Before joining Hamilton's team, she worked at the English Institute of Sport in London as a senior physiotherapist, building expertise that would later benefit the F1 champion. In an Instagram post honoring Cullen after their 2023 separation, Hamilton revealed that she had helped him become a better version of himself, a profound acknowledgement of her impact on his life and career. During race weekends, Cullen's presence was constant. She was typically the first person Hamilton would see in the morning and the last person he'd speak with before getting into the car. Her role encompassed physical preparation, mental support, logistics management, and being a buffer between Hamilton and the outside world when needed. Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari has become the focal point of Formula One discussions. The seven-time world champion's decision to leave Mercedes after 12 seasons has sparked intense interest. Valtteri Bottas, Hamilton's former teammate, has shared his thoughts on this significant career shift. Bottas, who partnered with Hamilton at Mercedes from 2017 to 2021, believes this move could reinvigorate Hamilton's championship aspirations. In a recent interview with Sky Sports, Bottas expressed his views on Hamilton's motivation and the potential outcomes of this transition. Bottas stated,
I think he's highly motivated for the year. It's something new and refreshing for him, which it can be a good trigger sometimes, but
This comment suggests that the change of environment could provide Hamilton with a fresh perspective and renewed energy. Hamilton's decision to join Ferrari follows a challenging period with Mercedes. The introduction of new ground effect regulations in 2022 presented significant obstacles for the team. The Mercedes W13 and W14 cars failed to provide Hamilton with the confidence he had during his dominant years. Despite occasional strong performances, Hamilton struggled to adapt to the new machinery. The difficulties were so severe that Hamilton reportedly considered retiring from the sport. This context shows the significance of his move to Ferrari. It represents not just a change of team, but potentially a rekindling of his passion for racing. Bottas's comments indicate his belief that this fresh start could be beneficial for Hamilton. The Finnish driver's close working relationship with Hamilton during their time as teammates lends credibility to his assessment. However, Bottas also highlighted an intriguing aspect of Hamilton's move to Ferrari, the dynamic between Hamilton and his new teammate Charles Leclerc. Bottas said, but also keen to see how they get on with Charles. This statement introduces an element of anticipation about how these two top-tier drivers will coexist within the same team. Bottas's observation touches on a crucial aspect of Formula One team dynamics. Ferrari has faced challenges in managing two-star drivers simultaneously. The team has experienced internal rivalries from Fernando Alonso and Felipe Massa to more recent tensions between Sebastian Vettel and Leclerc, and even between Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Leclerc, who joined Ferrari in 2019, was widely regarded as the future leader of the team. Hamilton's arrival inevitably alters this dynamic. The question now is how Ferrari will manage these two exceptional talents. Will they compete on equal terms, or will Hamilton's status as a seven-time world champion influence the team's strategy? These questions add complexity to the upcoming Formula One season. The Hamilton-Leclerc partnership has the potential to be one of the most formidable driver lineups in recent F1 history. However, it also carries the risk of internal competition that could impact team harmony. While Hamilton embarks on his new journey with Ferrari, Bottas is entering a new phase in his career. The Finnish driver has returned to Mercedes, but this time in a reserve role. His primary responsibility will be mentoring young talent, particularly Kimi Antonelli, who is being groomed as a potential future star for the Silver Arrows. Despite stepping back from full-time racing, Bottas remains optimistic about Mercedes' prospects.
Yeah, of course, I hope that Mercedes can be in the fight for the championship, which is everyone's target over here.
And if not, Lewis, you still in touch with him? You're still friendly? I mean, even Toto said that if we can't win, then maybe he's the one. It'd be nice to see that.
Yeah, of course. I think he's highly motivated for the year. It's something new and refreshing for him, which...
The 2025 Formula One season is shaping up to be one of the most competitive in recent memory. Red Bull remains a dominant force with Max Verstappen at the helm. McLaren has emerged as a serious contender in recent years. Now, with Hamilton joining Ferrari, the Italian team boasts two of the most talented drivers on the grid. On paper, Mercedes may not appear to be the favorites for the title. However, Bottas believes that if the team can make significant progress with their new W16 car, and if other top teams falter, Mercedes could find themselves back in championship contention sooner than expected. The upcoming season opener in Melbourne will be a pivotal moment. All eyes will be on Hamilton as he makes his Ferrari debut on Mercedes, as they seek to reclaim their former glory, and on the grid as a whole as the competitive landscape of Formula One continues to evolve. Bottas's comments have intensified the anticipation for the new season. His insights, drawn from years of first-hand experience working alongside Hamilton, provide a valuable perspective on this monumental shift in the Formula One landscape. The Finnish driver's assessment of Hamilton's motivation levels is particularly noteworthy. I think he's highly motivated for the year. This statement suggests that far from being discouraged by recent challenges, Hamilton is energized by the prospect of a new challenge with Ferrari. Bottas's use of the word trigger is especially interesting. It implies that the move to Ferrari could act as a catalyst, sparking a resurgence in Hamilton's performance. Given Hamilton's track record of rising to challenges throughout his career, this assessment from Bottas carries significant weight. The 2025 Formula One season is poised to be a major turning point for Ferrari. The Italian team has not clinched a World Drivers' title since Kimi Raikkonen's victory in 2007. Despite coming close on several occasions with drivers like Felipe Massa, Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, and Charles Leclerc, all finishing as runners-up, the championship has remained elusive. The anticipation surrounding Hamilton's arrival at Ferrari is palpable. It's not just about Hamilton's quest for a record-breaking 8th title, it's also about Ferrari's hunger to return to the pinnacle of the sport. The convergence of these ambitions has created a perfect storm of excitement in the Formula One community. Adding to the intrigue are reports about Ferrari's new car for the 2025 season, the SF25. According to sources, the vehicle has undergone a significant transformation compared to its predecessor. It reportedly features a new aerodynamic approach, including a shift to a pull rod front suspension layout. This change is expected to improve airflow and reduce drag, potentially generating more downforce, a crucial factor in modern Formula One racing. Interestingly, this suspension layout is similar to what Hamilton worked with during his time at Mercedes. This familiarity could potentially ease Hamilton's transition to the new car, allowing him to extract maximum performance from the outset. However, Ferrari isn't the only team with high ambitions for the 2025 season. Red Bull's Max Verstappen will be seeking his 5th consecutive Drivers' Championship title, while the team aims to regain the Constructors' Championship. McLaren, buoyed by their strong performances in recent years, is also looking to add to their trophy cabinet. Even Mercedes, despite the challenges they've faced in recent years, remains optimistic about their chances. George Russell Hamilton's former teammate has expressed confidence that the team is moving in the right direction. Bottas, from his new vantage point as Mercedes' reserve driver, believes that the 2025 season could be one of the most thrilling in recent memory. He said,
just how competitive it was. I mean, I think Lando is the bookmakers' favourite for the championship, and yet, I think Charles Leclerc scored more points after the summer break, and Lewis is going there. So, how do you see things?
It's going to be good to watch. I can already tell that, and because the gaps are quite small at the top, even between 4 or 5 teams, it's going to be really hard to predict, which is good. I think it's good for the spectators, it's good for the sport. And
Bottas emphasized the importance of the early races in setting the tone for the championship battle.
Good for the sport, and the first few races will give a direction, but like we saw last year, with the small margins, if somebody makes a step, that's a game changer. So yeah, of course, I hope that Mercedes can be in the fight for the championship, which is everyone's target over here.
And if not, Lewis, you're still in touch with him, you're still friendly. I mean, even Toto said that if we can't win, then maybe he's the one. It'd be nice to see that.
Yeah, of course. I think he's highly motivated for the year. It's something new and refreshing for him, which